I initially wasn't going to do a video for play-ins predictions, but the more I look at these groups, the more spicy they look to me, and the more fun I think it would be to just get my thoughts out there and see whether I'm right or wrong. This is probably going to be a faster one. It's just going to be super quick, easy predictions. Group A, Group B. I have the groups here in a picture there. I'm just going to put down the order that I think they're going to be in, kind of explain why. Then we're going to follow the formats. So the 3 and the 4 will play each other. And then the winning team from that series will play the 2 seed from the other one. And then that will get these matches, and then we'll have the 4 teams that make it through. First, looking at Group A, Beyond Gaming 6th, and then Detonation Focus be 5th. So this could really be in either order, but I'm going to put DFM ahead of Beyond Gaming purely just because I do have faith in Evi to not go last, and Beyond Gaming is it's still a shock to me that they made it into the tournament. So that's my order for that. There's going to be a lot of people being like, "Oh, why do you not have Osh down there?" And I kind of went over it in my initial power rankings video, but I do think that Oceania is actually sending a pretty solid team this time around. Yeah, so I don't think that they'll be bottom 2. I don't think they'll be immediately relegated. Instead, I have Osh coming in here. So Chiefs there, and then Loud 3rd. So these are the 2 teams that will play each other for this match. And then in a second, I'm going to have EG and Fnatic. I had to think about this a little bit, not too much. At the end of the day, I don't even think that EG is sending Danny at this point. I could be wrong, but I heard somewhere from like a podcast or something that people don't think Danny's going to be playing at all at Worlds. And so the roster's like going to be weirdly unstable. They're going to have to kind of rethink their entire identity. And they're going up against Fnatic, who look pretty solid, and I think that the new patches really benefit them. So we're going to go Fnatic first, so they automatically get out. And then that will place EG here. Then if we go to Group B, this one we're going Isurus and Istanbul Wildcats as 6th and 5th. These were my 2 bottom teams of my power rankings. The LLA playoffs were not very fun to watch. And the TCL IW has been to the last 2 MSIs, and they had pretty poor performances, finishing last in their group both times. Even though I like a lot of the players on that team, they have not shown up internationally historically, and I don't think they're going to look any better this year. So that's 5 and 6. Then in 4th, I'm gonna have Saigon Buffalo and Mad Lions. The reason why I have Mad Lions ahead of Saigon Buffalo here is because Mad is a pretty good best of 1 team. What were they, 2nd in LEC or something like that in best of 1s? And it was just the whole entire, like, they couldn't win a series all year. So, but in best of 1s, they are pretty good, so I'll give them 3rd. Then 2nd is DRX and first is RNG, and this one really shouldn't be close. DRX, again, I don't think they're a very strong team. If they didn't make it out of play-ins, I wouldn't even be too surprised. So we'll see how that goes, but then you have RNG up top. In my power rankings, I had them as 4th, so I really think RNG are just a contender to win Worlds entirely. And then just remember, the winner of this one goes down here, winner of this one goes up here. So Loud versus Chiefs, I think Loud's going to win this one. Reason being, they looked really impressive during playoffs. The CB LOL playoffs is extremely aggressive in order to win. Yeah, you have to win a lot of series. And Loud did manage to do that, and they 3-0'd Pain Gaming in the finals, the same Pain Gaming team that has looked pretty impressive in the past. And I also feel like there's going to be a little bit of a mid-gap if these 2 teams meet. I think that Tinones is definitely one of the better mids in this group as a whole, actually. I'm giving the edge to Loud for this one. Saigon Buffalo versus Mad. Okay. Kind of to be funny about this, but okay. So first of all, Saigon Buffalo will not have their full roster from what I'm understanding. It seems like their visas are not going to be through. It seems like 3 of the players failed their first visa check, and they all have to reapply, and it's not really looking good. So if Saigon Buffalo had their full roster, this is an easy Saigon Buffalo, but Saigon Buffalo probably won't. So I'm going to say this right now. If Saigon Buffalo manages to get all 5 of their players, I think that they're going to win this match and end up getting 3rd, and that it would be Saigon Buffalo. If Saigon Buffalo is missing like Shogun and Bean J and all that, then I think it's going to be Mad who wins. Because at least Mad then has a stable roster. And as of right now, I don't think Saigon Buffalo is going to have their roster. So we'll just like put an asterisk there. So I guess assuming that Saigon Buffalo is missing 3 of their players, that would put Mad as winning. But again, if Saigon Buffalo shows up to the tournament with all 5 of their players, I would have Saigon Buffalo here. So we'll start down here with the easy one. So DRX over Loud. As much as I am a Loud enjoyer and a DRX hater, at the end of the day, DRX are still from the LCK. They still beat Live Sandbox and KT to get here. They have Deft, Beryl, Piosik, King, and Zeka. That's an extremely strong 5-man roster, very solid 5-man roster. Whereas Loud, they've got rookies. Their mid and top have international experience, but you're kind of lacking international outside of that. So I don't think that Loud are going to have what it takes to dethrone DRX, nor do I think that any of these teams down here would be able to do it. And then the last match, EG versus Mad. Mad have not really proven themselves in best of fives before, but I'm going to give it to Mad, mainly just because, again, EG's roster is a little bit weird. If EG has Danny, then maybe EG could do it. I guess here's something else to throw out there. If Saigon Buffalo has full roster, so I'll write if Saigon Buffalo full roster, Saigon Buffalo makes it out. So that's my thought, is that if Saigon Buffalo shows up with all 5 of their players, not only do they beat Mad here, but they'll also beat EG here, and it would be Saigon Buffalo. So again, just one more time, the 4 teams I have making it through are Fnatic, RNG, Mad Lions, and Dragon X. And if Saigon Buffalo has their full roster, they make it out over Mad Lions. This was just like more of a fun play-ins predictions, not super analysis heavy. I mean, I already made my power rankings. Most of what you see here is pretty much just going to follow the power rankings that I have, right? If I rank them better, then I probably have them winning. The only exceptions here would be something like Mad Lions placing ahead of Saigon Buffalo in best of ones. But apart from that, pretty stock standard stuff, and that's going to do it for me. So yeah, thanks for watching. Peace.